So what is the e-invoice? Actually, the e-invoice is a electronic invoice, but this one is the invoice need to approve by the DG. So the DG stand for the LHDM. Okay. So now for the e-invoice, actually so now I want to let you know the process how to submit the e-invoice. Okay. So when you issue the e-invoice, so means the goods sold or service performed. So you will be using the supplier. You create the e-invoice through by the My Invoice portal or API. So this one, the API actually is the My Invoice portal is through by LHDN's My Tax system. Another is the API. Actually, is like the software one. Okay. So after when the supplier create the invoice, so they will go share to the LHDN portal. So the LHDN portal will be by real time they say 2 minutes to approve your invoice. So when they approve the invoice, they will have the unique identify number. Okay. So okay, once they get this one, so this one actually this number is allowed to IRB able to IRB trace the number. Okay. After that, by this one, the IRB also will send the date and time for verification and the verification link. So after that, once approved, the supplier, the IRB will send the notification to buyer, the supplier and buyer. So when IRB send notify to the supplier and buyer, they will receive the invoice clearance. So after when the supplier receive the document, they need to share to the buyer for the validation e-invoice. Because of the validation e-invoice, they have the QR code. So the QR code means to allow the buyer to validate the e-invoice. Okay. After that, so normally we will cancel or maybe adjust. So when the time the supplier or buyer need to, if I want to adjust or want to cancel or what, you need to within 70 hours to reject or what cancel. But for the buyer, when you want to reject, you need to provide the reason, like the wrong business information. Okay. So if the supplier also can cancel, my error issue the invoice, or is within 72 hours. So if after 72 hours, so the invoice you cannot cancel. You only using the CN, credit note, debit note, and receipt note to cancel. So after that, all is approved, valid. The invoice will save in the IRB database. So the taxpayer also must retain the record. So after that, I will let you know what is the CN, DN, and refund note. So here, understand the process. Actually, the system need to update because you're using the API is for the transaction high value. Okay. Yes.
The 72 hours, within 72 hours inside, I still can change figure.
You can when you can notify if a buyer, you can when you have you want to cancel or what you can
change figure.
You can give the reason, and then the notification will send to supplier. Depend the supplier approve or not.
Oh.
But after 72 hours is valid, so you cannot do anything. Can do for the CN, DN, and refund note.
So this 72 hours is no public holiday?
Yes, 72 hours. No.
No, right. Inclusive. So if I issue on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, also include already?
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
So? No? No question, ah? Okay. Okay. So, okay. Okay, the e-invoice. As we know, the e-invoice actually they have a 55 requirement. Data field. So they have 55 requirement data field you need to include in the e-invoice. So, but the 55 required data field, they have a can get add category like the address, business detail, contact number, invoice detail, party detail, payment info, and the product and service. Okay, but actually the 55 requirement data field actually more important for the everyone. More important is you need to know the team number. This team number is the supplier and the customer. You need to know. After that, you also need to know the company registration number and the SST and the email. You need to get all the information because of this all will include in the e-invoice. So after that, the system, I think the system will help you to go through. So understand? Can understand? Huh? Because of the 55 information like the when is a how to say all is a software can help you because all the total unit price sum all the software I think can help you to but you need to get all the information because this one the system cannot help you. You need to get from the income the number first. If you know the income the number, you cannot issue the invoice. Huh? Okay. So, okay. Okay, just how I said, the 72 hour, after the 72 hour, you cannot cancel the invoice because the invoice is already ready. So you can use the credit note, debit note, and refund note. So the credit note actually is the when you reduce when supplier correct the error for or apply the discount or return the previous email the invoice. So you need to issue the credit note. As we know, the debit note maybe they adjust the amount and then request additional the service. So you will increase the amount, the e-invoice. Okay, the refund note. So the refund note is a example like you already fully settled the payment, the invoice. So you need to get the refund. Also, when there is a return money to the buyer and then the customer already pay the product. So you cannot set off So you need to use the refund note to pay, to return back the money. Can you understand?
You mean if we pay extra, so they cannot set off another bill? So then they have to refund the money.
Remember the invoice you need to match like the first e-invoice is 1. You need to when the CN you want to contract 1, cannot contract 2. Because of just now I already mentioned, every invoice you have a UNI, this number. So everything you need to go through for this number. So you cannot say this one set off the one.
So client, when they pay, let's say we got sub company, the client must pay directly to that company. So cannot pay to one sub all the invoice. Is it like that?
Basically, it's like that. Go back to GST times. Credit note. One credit note match with one invoice. You cannot match with other company or you say other invoice. Simple as that.
So this one is when you want to pay money back. Okay? So no question. No question next.
SKU number. Can I know what is SKU number? No, how many don't know what is SKU number? How many don't know what is SKU number? Raise your hand.
Raise higher, raise higher. Don't be shy.
Okay, the team number is for the Shenyang Berhad, the income tax number. The one team number is for the Shenyang Berhad, you start for C. Okay, for the individual, you start to IG. For the partnership, you start to D. This one is the income tax number. Okay, can understand? So, anything? If no question, I will move to next speaker.
Good morning, everyone. So thank you, Ms. Chung, for the sharing. I think you guys have a brief concept of e-invoice, and now it's my turn to continue. Just now, Ms. Chung also got share about what is the essential info to disclose in the e-invoice, and one of it, anyone can recall? The TIN number, right? But actually, for the individual buyer, they got the choice to disclose to you either their IC or TIN number. What if they're only willing to provide you their IC, but at the same time, you still need to disclose the TIN number, right? If not, you cannot issue the e-invoice. So what should you do? So actually, the regulatory got provide a list of general TIN to deal with this specific situation. So if for this situation, the general TIN will be got 90, can I just like this and then the 10? Means the general TIN for the Malaysian individual buyer who didn't disclose to you their TIN number, then you just apply this general TIN in your e-invoice will do. Is it clear? So the second situation, what if your buyer is a foreigner? Sure, they might not have the high chance, they might not have the TIN number to disclose to you. So another general TIN will apply. The front digit is still the same. The changes only will be the last two digits from 10 to 20. This is for foreign buyer. And then the third one. What about the foreign supplier? Now you were the question, right? He is the supplier. It should be him or she to issue the e-invoice to you. But is it possible? They are foreigner. They are not the Malaysian. Why they need to follow the Malaysia rules, right? So now you will need to issue a self-bill. But this self-bill concept will be explained further by the next speaker, so I will not go in detail in this stage. You just have the concept here. So when you issue the self-bill, you also need to apply the TIN number also. So the TIN number for this foreign supplier, the last two digits will become the 30. Means you import goods or service from the foreign supplier. And then the last one, what if you do some business with the government bodies? This also got specific general TIN to apply. Okay, the last 2 digits will become the 40. Can follow? This is the list of general things for to deal with some specific situation. Can? Then we move to the next. Okay, then now we talk about who. Who are required to disclose, to issue this e-invoice? Who are required to adopting? Actually, it's all taxpayer who conduct the business activity in Malaysia. Is no matter you are B2B, means business to business, business to customer B2C, or even the business to government B2G. So for example, the corporation sure is the limited liability partnership, sole proprietorship, unit trust, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then who are the exempted? So just now I mentioned the first one is the government bodies. And then the ruler or ex-ruler, and then the royal family, and then the hospital, clinic, and then for those individuals who not conduct the business activity. Can understand? And then I might give some special situation to you is the donation. The donation actually in general is not considered as the business, right? I just donate it to as a charity. But what if the circumstances is like this? I donate to you actually, and then you will return back to me, which means you allow me to do some advertisement in your shop. Like I put the flyer there, I put the name card there. This is so-called a give and take already, which actually is fulfill the concept of business. If this situation actually you need to require the e-invoice from that bodies. Can understand? Can? So we move on. Okay, just now we talk about what and who already, and now is the important one, is when. When to implement. Anybody, before I go into detail, anybody can answer. The first batch. Huh? The first batch can? Huh?
1st of August.
Yeah, the 1st of August, okay? The first one, the first batch actually is 1st of August of 2024. It's layered down to 3 tiers, okay? The first tier is this one, and then it's for those annual turnover greater than 100 mil. Okay? The second tier will be 1st of January 2025. And then it's for the annual turnover which greater than 25 mil, but not more than 100 mil. Okay? The last one is 1st of July 2025. Actually, it's all taxpayers that just now I mentioned, who is required to adopt, they need to adopt at this date. Can? Then we move on. Okay. You look at this part. I keep talking about the annual return. But actually, what is the determination? I should base on which year? The data of which year? Actually, is 2022 data. Means if you are a company, then you base on your audited financial statement of 2022, the turnover that you disclose at that statement. If you are a sole pro or partnership, then you base on the annual turnover that disclosed on the tax return of 2022. Okay, a special situation is what if your financial period maybe is newly incorporated. Within 18 months, you need to submit your first set of FS. So your financial period may be more than 12 months. Then you do the prorate to get your annual turnover. Is it clear? Can understand?
So which means simply use the prorate
Yeah.
to do actual months sales for every month, no need.
You just based on, okay, if this one, let's say that this set of accounts, your annual turnover is 150 mil. So, and then your financial period is 15 months. So you just like this, 150 mil divided 15 months and then times 12 months. And then will be like this.
So even though most of my sales is incurred in the 3 months, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's annual turnover. Okay,
Then how about the backlog company?
Backlog. I haven't discovered yet. Later I come back to you, okay? Sorry.
I think with e-invoicing, backlog company is issues. Either they clean up the accounts or they close out. Nobody will buy things from them because all the invoice is not e-invoicing. So basically, cannot get tax deduction. Why I want you cannot get tax deductions to big companies, right? Normally, I think they are out of business.
Consequences.
Okay. Next.
Okay, then we move on. Now we already talked about the what, who, and when. Now we talk about the consequences. Sure have the consequences, right? If not, I think the people will not follow. So the new section come in. So-called Section 82C of Income Tax Act. Say that all person that just now we mentioned who is required to adopt this e-invoice that has the duty, is a must to issue, no matter just now mentioned like the e-invoice itself, self-bill, credit note, return note, all the things is a duty to issue. Okay? And all the parties involved parties actually have the duty to disclose all the required info also. Actually, the section also got applied. The Personal Protection Act. Because some of the buyer, they may say, I don't want to disclose my personal data to you. Why I need to? This act will protect me. But the section already mentioned, this act does not apply for e-invoice. So when the buyer or supplier tell you like this, you can argue back to them already. Okay? And then what is the consequences? Got three types. 82C1 is your duty. If you didn't prepare, then you already is an offense. Because it's become act already, is a law. If you don't apply it, then it is an offense. And then the sixth one is failure to issue self-bill. 7 is consolidated. I on this, and then what is the consequence of this? The first one will be the fine. Is 200 to 20K. The second one is the imprisonment. Not more than 6 months. And then the third one is both. Okay? And the DG, another section also come in, so-called the 138 bracket 4. The DG, the Director General, also has the right to access to the custom to ask for any required info that they want. So actually, the tax evasion is hard to happen after this implies. Okay, and then now you may got the question also, because they got 3 tier, right? The implementation date. The first batch, if I was the first batch to issue this e-invoice, which is the 1st of August 2024, but my supplier who are not, maybe they are the last batch, 1st of July 1, then can I deduct for the purchase or expenses that incurred by the supplier who did not prepare any e-invoice to me? You might have the question here, but as per the speaker, actually the guideline, there has no new guideline to mention this sentence, so means that it haven't becomes the law. So when IRB maybe come and then you still can argue with them, still have room to argue. Is it clear? Can I? So that's all for my part.
Custom can get data from IRB.
Oh, sorry. Just now I mentioned the DG can get the info from custom, and it's vice versa. The custom also can get all the. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. One thing to amend. Just now I mentioned is the DG to obtain the info from custom. Actually, it's not. Actually, it's custom can get access all the info from the DG. Okay, it's custom to require all the info from the DG for the income tax department. Okay, can I? Okay, that's all for my part.
I think it's very clear. I think recently few clients or few of my friends asked me about they're dealing a lot of importations, especially from Malaysian import value and invoice values most of the time is not ngaman lah. I think because import value they want to sell the import duty or sales tax, things like that. So they ask me how. I said how I know. Follow lah. Pay the tax as due lah, right? What can I do? You think custom people are stupid or not? The IRB are stupid or not? No. Right? So, inshallah. Okay, next.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Yu Jian. So today I will cover 2 topics lah. One, the first one is self-bill, then the second is the staff claim. Okay, so what is self-bill? Okay, in normal circumstances okay, is the seller. They will bill the customer, right? Right? Okay, so this is the normal concept. But what is self-bill? Self-bill is customer, okay, you bill to the seller, but not actual bill lah. Okay, not actually bill back to the seller. Just because of certain situation, okay, the seller don't have e-invoice, but you still need to prove the validation of the transactions, right? So you need to have the self-bill. Okay, for example, like just now what they keep on saying on the foreign transactions. Okay, if currently you have the foreign, okay, supplier, for sure they won't implement e-invoice, right? Okay, but you still need to validate, okay, the invoice from them. Okay, so how to validate? So the customer, you need to issue the self-bill. Okay, so all the information is also the same, like what Michelle mentioned. You still need to get the 55 items lah, okay? So today, okay, got two situations. If today is goods, okay, you import, okay. So what is the timing? You need to issue the self-bill. What is the timing? Okay, so the timing will be, okay, clearance at custom. Okay, at this point, okay, so actually you need to issue the sale bill already. Clear? Then the second is service. Okay, what if the foreign supplier actually there is the service performed? What is the timing? So actually got two lah. Okay, one is the payment made to them. The second is the invoice received. So whichever is earlier lah. So if you make the payment earlier, so you need to have the sale bill already. So if you receive the invoice, then depends lah. Okay, which one is earlier? Okay, so another situation is, for example, like the payment to agent, dealer, distributor. I think the individual that won't issue the e-invoice to you, right? Because just now Shi Qing already mentioned. Okay, so in this kind of situation, you also need to issue the sale bill to them.
So if I make the payment even before the service performed, so I need to issue the self-bill invoice at this stage also?
Yes. Okay, whichever is earlier. Okay, clear? Okay?
I think this is a good question. I think actually e-invoicing for those who will not go through GST time, I think this thing have been actually somehow there, right? Somehow. So, 你是没经过 GST 的，有吗？我叫你 proceed。
Okay, so everyone clear on the sale bill, right? Okay, so the next is the staff claim. I think some of the colleagues maybe very keen on know what is the staff claim. Okay, so the second is staff claim. Okay, so if, for example, if today you claim the membership fee or exam fee or anything, right, from the company, I think this one understand, right, the concept. Okay, but okay, for example, ACCA. ACCA is foreign or local? Foreign. So will they implement e-invoice? No. Will they bill under KTP or bill under your name? Your name, right? Okay. So if today, if the foreign, okay, then they bill under the employee name. Okay. So they do not have e-invoice. Okay, but the guideline had mentioned for this kind of situations, you can have the external supporting document. So like the invoice, like normally what you claim. But besides that, the companies, okay, need to have the policy to mention that actually the employee is entitled for the benefit. Okay, for example, only confirmed staff can claim, or any which type of level can claim for the benefit. Everything must state very clearly inside your policy, inside your handbook. Okay, so only you can without e-invoice, without the validate invoice. Okay, then another situation is local. Okay, but either under employer name or employee name. Okay, if under employer name and local, no issue, because under company, then they have the e-invoice, so no issue, right? But if under local, e-invoice, but the name is under employee name. Okay, also the same. Okay, even though you have an e-invoice, but still under employee name, but you need to claim under company. So you also go back to the policy. Okay, the company policy also need to state that very clearly on this kind of employee benefit. Clear? Clear?
Local claim means what?
Huh? Local means MIA. MIA is local, right? ACCA is foreign, right? Yeah, the person who issued the invoice to you, whether they are foreigner or local. Okay? So if foreigner, like ACCA, what I say, okay, like the local MIA is Malaysian, right? Malaysian body.
Is that and that any other?
Medical bill.
Staff meal allowance?
Sorry?
Staff meal allowance also.
Staff meal allowance, so depends on if they're able to issue under the bill under the company, then no issue. But in under employees, so actually, for example, the meal allowance, so you need to state the purpose lah.
So
Actually,
individual have individual.
yeah, yeah. So example, what if you want to claim the traveling? For some companies, actually they did claim the traveling from the companies, right? So actually the companies need to set out also the policy, and also they need to have the authorization letter. Okay, which means before the employee claim, so they authorize, actually the employee is able to claim for them, the salesman. They want to claim the traveling. Okay, so the employer, okay, authorize the employee is able to claim for that. So they need to have these internal documents to prove, okay, the purpose and the validation of the expenses of the transactions. Okay, this all go back to the company policy already. Can, no matter it's under employer name or employee name. Okay, so for all those claims, okay, need to go back to the company policy. For example, like the allowance. Okay, if only the pure allowance is go back to you will declare under the form EA and form E. So no e-invoice issue. Okay.
They don't need to issue sales bill, right?
Allowance.
No, I mean this is.
No. Employee benefit no need to go for self bill. All go back to the company policy. Okay. Clear? Issue? No. So if no issue, I will pass to Chu Hui. Okay, thank you.
way. First, LB, no need to send notification to buyer, only to seller, okay, the supplier. And second, the buyer cannot reject. Okay, just now Mitchell got say the 72 hours to reject to cancel the transaction, but this one cannot. Okay, and third, no need to share the really stated invoice to buyer. Okay, so that's all for my sharing. Any question? Okay, thank you.
Morning. Any questions? So E-Invoice is not invented by Malaysia. E-Invoice is most of the countries has implemented, right? Even you were surprised Vietnam have implemented, Laos has implemented. So it's not Buatan Malaysia's, okay? So I think customer definitely will complain to you and say, please, this is international trend, international movement, okay? Second, customer says how to siam. I don't think it's a way to siam really. I think government want to enlarge the revenue base or eliminate the black economics. So this is the best way for government to have more tax collections. Okay, so you can see the most important thing is you must have a systems, be it AutoCount, SQL, thing like that, right? But imagine some firms they have a ERP software, SAPs, big software. I think definitely they have to go through the e-invoice portal or the API. They have to follow the government requirements. Okay, I think this is under ManTech, Malaysian Data ManTech, I think like that, MDEC. Okay, so for backlog case, tough. I think they have tidied up the accounts. Okay, I think the impact, not only account departments, the finance department is affected. I think the HR department also affected. As you see, there's a staff claims, thing like that. So for SME, I don't see any SME have any rule and regulations, right? Most of them is 2 or 3 pages letter employments. This is a big headache for them. Okay, so we have a sales bill. I think SQ Chai says that foreigners they don't follow Malaysia practice. Okay, so exempted industries, things like that. So the RRB, I think RRB last Friday they issue a second guideline, right? I think one of major issue is that initially we need to instantly issue the e-invoice, right? I think now they take out the wording already. It's a big issues because not many businessmen has computers. Huh? But let government do it. So my advice is that to client is get ready the ITs,
the software thing like that, because don't do anything because I keep on changing one. Let's wait until June, thing like that. Let's see. I think more or less much more clearer. I think client will somehow. The client ask you guys all e-invoicing questions? Raise your hand. Oh, 他有问你啊？王西干？
有问过。
所以
可以讲名字。
不可以。他问什么问题？
他问，其实implement要怎样做那一些哦。
So I think we have published few articles, actually quite a lot of articles in our social medias lah. So anything they ask, just ask them to read our articles, thing like. Of course, I will refine thing like that. This Friday, okay, this is a good training, right? We will post in the social medias. This Fridays and coming Fridays, I will have a webinar with Miss Lim, right? So to educate the clients, things like that. So customer will ask, the KTP or the Mr. Cole will conduct training or not? Let's see, huh? Listen, Because it's of 3 phases, ma. I think most of our clients fall under 2nd and 3rd lah. Put it this way. You may say that, hey, I'm 2nd and 3rd, let's wait one, but it's not the way. It's not, because you understand, some of your suppliers are multinational companies, some of your suppliers are big companies. They may be running the e-invoicing this August. So somehow you must have some experience really. You must prepare a bit really. Understand or not? You cannot say I'll wait until next 1st of July. 懂啊? Understand? Any questions? Good thing for auditors. No more change of management account. Good thing. No more backlog. Good thing. Understand? Bad things. Auntie, uncle will keep calling us how to do invoicing. How? I think the easiest point is you must get your software ready. You'll be surprised. Some of their software is many generation. They never upgrade their the version 1. They never. They buy one UBS. It may be used for 5 years already. Things like that. Malaysia nothing much I can do. So you must tell them, you must upgrade your software, discuss with software vendors, get the 52 information ready. Then the software vendor will list out all the 52 because all 55 right? 55 informations required. Understand? Singapore also got ready, right? Yeah. Singapore got e-invoicing? No. Singapore no need. Singapore GST ready. Okay. Any questions?
Hawker center also.
Hawker center. Because the law says, as long as you're in business, because I'm not in hawker center. As for my hobby, I sell chao kway teow. This is my hobby. Making business, they use consolidate. But very tricky, because of course you go to hawker center, your personal consumptions, right? You no need to have e-invoice. But if after half round we go makan, then Aiman get e-invoice for me. Then chao kway teow look at you. 5 ringgit ni pasal you mau mi choke e-invoicing. Ni macam lah, betul.
Restaurant, you have e-invoice as well.
Restaurant definitely have to e-invoice lah, but you have imagine the hawker centers, right? They will say, "Poi, I give you e-invoices." Understand or not? Yeah. As long as you must understand, taxpayers, business, chao kway teow in food court is business. Understand? So susah for chao kway teow auntie uncle lah. The uncle chao kway teow with the beside there is a Vietnamese. Nói. Then I might kena marah again. Betul? So Malaysia, we have to get used to it. Understand? Okay? Okay, 还有什么? So this Friday, I think maybe we have 2 or 3. Maybe 1 week we talk about basic one week we talk about sales bill or consolidated or thing like that. Specific industries. Every industry got different needs, thing like that, like chao kway teow. Right? How to do consolidated e-invoicing for chao kway teow? I also don't understand. How? How to do? Huh?
The consolidated.
How?
They record.
They record.
Down and then issue the bill. Then consolidate after the.
They record Aiman $5 加西ham $5.5. And end of the month they go and record again type by type.
To the IRB.
Then type by type, then enter, send to IRB. You think uncle got this kind of time or not? Huh? Your uncle got this kind of time or not? Right? I don't know. These are operational issues. Uncle is 70 years old already. Chao kway teow for 30 years. Huh? Right? Understand? Huh? Just imagine selling waters, coffee or thing like that. You ask them to write one by one. Let's say we got 3 tea 卖茶的 3 person. Coffee bang, then coffee gao, thing like that. I also don't know. A system must take care all these things. They must have a POS system, thing like that. I think. So the first point, you must have a system. The IT hardware must be there. The software must be updated. The account personnel must have some basic trainings. Understand? So that then it will start to roll. Okay? So it's a big challenge for taxpayers, but it's good for Malaysia. Right? Okay? Thank you. Okay.